If you clicked on this video, congratulations. So the Knicks won. Knicks in 5. We alive. I did not think they were going to win. I'm sorry. I was one of them. But if the Knicks can win after 50 something years, right? That means like somebody got a college education, their master's degree, somebody had kids, maybe somebody else, died. I'm sorry. I know, because there was like a few people who couldn't see the vision. But if the Knicks can win, right, anything is possible, right? That means you could literally accomplish anything. All your dreams can come true. So I'm going to say go ahead and do it. Push through, except for getting back with your ex, and not paying those payments. Don't do that. We're not doing that. But, Jalen Brunson, he's the Lord and Savior. They're going to print that man on the $20 bill. They're going to use him as a pass to get on the MTA for free. Mark my words. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming back. So a lot of things have been happening on the internet, actually, and I just wanted to talk about it yet again. You know me, certified yapper. And it's crazy because, I really be saying my intrusive thoughts, and y'all really sit down and listen. And I really appreciate that. But that's also okay if you want to call the lady on me. I already have my lady, and she's really cool. She thinks I'm fine. But I know some of y'all don't think so. And that's okay, because I do too. Enough about me, though. Let's get on into it. Number 1, Streamer University with Kai Cenat. Now, walk with me. I think that he is an inside CIA agent, and this is a psyop. Because the way that these auditions have went, utterly ridiculous. What do you mean you're quitting your job and then catching a flight with what money, okay, to stand in line up to I'm talking about people coming 2 days prior from when it starts, standing in line. You can't drink anything, right? Unless you just out here with a Depends diaper. And if you're doing that, okay, can't eat, can't sleep. Y'all just standing in line, being musty and crusty to wait for a possibility to get in. I'm seeing people trying to jump other people because they was like, yo, you don't even go here. You don't even stream. So what you doing here for? Now we're gatekeeping? It's weird. I saw a girl cry on the internet because she got rejected. She was standing in line for hours and she was short of 3 people of getting in. I saw other people fighting. Did you see what happened in Atlanta? No, because I have, Your Honor, I have proof. Your Honor, somebody's grill got off the car. Person in the stroller. What are we doing, right? And y'all are certified adults. It's not even kids, right? Which I feel is the demographic. It's embarrassing, I feel if you're over 22, watching him and being certified fan and willing to risk everything. For what? To learn about something that you could actually do yourself? I don't know. But I hope y'all are okay. And this is not to disencourage hopes and dreams. I think anybody can be a streamer because y'all love slop content. I think as long as you have somebody's attention for 5 seconds and you keep doing that repeatedly, mind you, at what the cost is, then you can make it. Kai Cenat, he's not my cup of tea. I barely knew who he was. I just see him in the bright teeth and him just hopping and jumping. He's like Derwin from the Thornberries. That's him, just speaking with words. But y'all like it, so I love it. Cool. But I think we need to step into reality. You cannot just abandon your life for Streamer University. It's not a real college, right? Did you see how they gave Chris Brown a hypothetical degree and y'all stand for this man thinking that he was educated he graduated a dissertation and a thesis? It's a pretty piece of paper. It does not mean that he actually, no, exactly. If you already got the sauce with the audience, you just have to keep going. That's really it. You don't have to be in the Hunger Games 12th division trying to duke it out for a chance to be in, right? How much money are you going to pay him? And that's the other thing. I feel Kai Cenat, he's the Wiz, bro. He's really out here finessing people. You are making people, you can't make anybody, but people are following you blindly off the bridge, risking everything, standing in line, really taking time, making sacrifices to look up to you for advice, and you playing with their faces because, again, this is all content for him. While you're out here fighting for your life in the hot sun, getting just burnt sun, smelling somebody who smells like Funyuns and Bunions, somebody else who hasn't wiped, on your last drop of water, he's sitting in the air conditioning room, denied, and just using you for clicks and likes, right? Because all of this goes up to his streams. And if I'm not mistaken, man said that he was gonna stop streaming. That's when he started reading books. I guess he stopped after Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat He stopped very early. I don't even think he got to like grade 7th, AP class type of level reading. And that's just a dip, a toe in the water. I really feel like, you guys are being exploited. Maybe you guys know that and you don't care, but he's definitely like playing y'all for the clout and the fame, because again, he's a streamer. So he has to do what y'all are trying to do in order to keep his bag. Number 2, Euphoria. It ended. Whew. Thank God. Thank God. I have a lot of thoughts, feelings, and opinions. My God, what a way to drag out a show. And I know because like COVID happened, and then the controversy that happened with the cast, and then, the deaths that happened within the cast. It was a lot of rah-rah that going on. But let me tell you something. Zendaya, the diva, again, look at her, immaculate. Never caught her slipping. Quite literally, her back hurts, I know, from carrying the show. Number 1 consistent factor. Only reason why I stayed. Number 2, Sam Levinson. Yeah, I'm gonna have to uppercut you. I'm gonna have to do a roundhouse kick on you. Because season 3 was really weird. It was a lot of nothing. What started out as a great show, talking about real issues, and if you really wanted to portray somebody dealing with addiction, dealing with drug abuse, for it to go so left, and in weird sexualization, and really focusing on a chaotic love story that nobody cared about, girl. I only cared a fourth about it, and Nate and Cassie served as like the main co-stars over your main character. Like, what are we doing? I feel like in season 3, nobody cared about Rue's journey. The whole thing about her being an addict and trying to get through sobriety, that did not matter. It was a lot of loose story ends. Y'all are friends, but not really. It seems like none of y'all really banged with each other. This whole thing with Maddie and Cassie, that's not a relight of their friendship. That's a business transaction. So, Cassie being in my face and doing OnlyFans contests, her being a dog and dressing up as a baby. I want the authorities at your house, sir. Go through the hard drives right now. Cause what are we doing? I also feel like, you got a little bold and risky, right? Saw the Confederate flag, saw a lot of people drop the N-word that ain't not a lick of color. All white bleach crayons, but real saying it with their chest, huh? That shows what's going on in your home. I know exactly what you do at night. And even the ending, with Rue dying, that was probably the only well scripted out scene I will give throughout the whole season. But even after she died, nobody cared about her death. The only person who was really consistent, the only person that actually cared for her well-being, aside from her mom and aside from Fez, would have to be Ali. Ali is the only person that tended to her, listened to her, supported her, saw her through the highs and lows. And I think even he accepted that one day her name was going to go in that book. But he found her, called her mom, got her vengeance, and decided to live off a better life in her name. That is the only person that really cared about sobriety. The only person that actually had transparency, because you saw his backstory about being on cocaine and him beating his wife and leaving his family, right? And I just feel like it just went to a weird aesthetic place where he was being like Quentin Tarantino, right? You cared more about these weird shots than actual storyline. Alamo, he's cool. And I'm not gonna lie, I like that backstory with his mom. I need more of that. And I think even the way that it ended with Lexi and Cassie and Nate and Maddie, Nate, he got chopped. You can't owe that much money and nothing not happen to you. The only other person that I can really say that I would love a spin-off series and that actually kept me invested in season 3 was Maddie. I think Maddie did a great job. Maddie was like, I'm here for the bag. I'm going to get the bag by any means necessary. She already played herself once by staying at that corporate job, and she decided to do it again with Cassie, who served as a prototype. She dipped into the game a smidgen, and then she got her way out. I think her and old boy, that's the bodyguard with the one lock, that's a thing. And I like that being a thing. That's a good thing. But she's the only other character that really brought something to the table. I'm gonna say this right here, right now. Jules, trash. I said this in my last video. Cause what you think you doing, right? Y'all go to a wedding, then you hook up with your sugar daddy. Then she comes back and telling you, I have her newfound revelation, and really called you out on the fact that you out being pimped out. You want to slap her, she dies. And you decide you want to paint an aesthetic painting, huh? In the shackles of the home that you're still staying in, that's paid by old boy. And I'm just like, I don't get it. And I hope she never has no redemption, because I got sick and tired of her. And it's sad because how her story started out in season 1, we never know. It left it on a lull with the fact that like something happened with her mom, and it was the whole psych ward and her like cutting herself. And that's the part that's really sad, because in the beginning of season 1, all of these characters had great build-ups to really good backstories, really good internalized monologues, and it just went to trash. The only other thing that really broke my heart is the fact that with Rue's mom and her sister, you never ever see their perspective ever again, right? Gia doesn't come back, and her mom, you get a phone call, and that last sequence that happened when she died. And those are the most two people that have been impacted in her life with her addiction. And you don't get to see any side of their story about that after season 1, really. And that's heartbreaking. Shout out to Zendaya and shout out to most of the cast. You know exactly who I'm talking about. That really kind of, you know, did their thing to their best capability. I know Zendaya, she fought to the end for Rue, to have a different ending, to have a different arc. And then she grew tired of it. You can see it on her face. But I love how she holds true to that character, and she tried her best to her best capability. And might I say, brava, my dear, brava. I don't want anything else from Sam Levinson. Sam Levinson is gonna give me, I feel like he's about to dip into a lot of sexualization regarding Black people, people of color, and women. And it's just gonna get weird and it's gonna get freaky. And I don't want none of it. You know, stay over there. Wherever over there is, actually. Go get a real job. Actually, apply to Streamer University. Exactly. The last thing I want to talk about is the documentary I just watched yesterday. It's called Maternal Instinct. And this documentary, might I say, jump scare. And when you thought it couldn't get crazy, the crazy just keeps topping off. And I remember this case happening. It happened in 2020. And it's very disturbing, I gotta say. It's about this woman named Taylor Parker. And all I'm gonna say is Mamas is just, when you know, like, the cornbread isn't all done in the middle. Very raw with this one. But this documentary really kind of exposes of the fact that I think in a lot of relationships, y'all don't want love, right? Or just how it's presented is that in most relationships that people get into when it's like really fast and it moves so quickly, is that it's transactional. You give something to get something. And she, at the cost of a person and their child, took everything, and it just didn't stop. You know, it's about this woman who, you know, she's a pathological liar on top of just like, she's like Joker and Harley Quinn and like, I don't know, the Riddler and any other madman that you can think of, just all mixed together in the pot. And there is no lie that could not be the truth with her. And might I say, you cannot catch her slipping. The only reason why they caught her slipping is because other people had to really dig in and do her Googles, and because of HIPAA violations. So, but you never really know people's intentions. And I gotta say with this documentary, as crazy as it is, it's even crazier of the fact that the family that got involved with her, i.e. the person that she was engaged to, he refused to see the red flags, all because he thought he was gonna get it back. Right? He was willing to put up with the madness of all these hypotheticals. It wasn't even true, but willing to put up with it and endure of the fact of maybe getting $4 million. And it got to a point where it was like, dude, if you really wanted to know, you could have did your due diligence, and you don't. And I feel like that's with a lot of people. Y'all are willing to take the lies, take deception in order to get something back, right? Whether that's money, that's status, sex, whatever, right? And it's crazy, man. But definitely watch it. It's a good documentary. It's not even that long, but it's a lot that happens. I don't even think that you could vouch for her in the beginning. Like, but you know, in the first 30 minutes, you might want to believe her, even how it starts off. But God, it's crazy. And it's crazy what people can do having access to the internet. That's the other thing, because the way that she was able to pull off this con and all her other lies simply by Google searches, Amazon packages, looking up records, photos, Photoshop, it's endless. It's like, yo, she should actually work in the CIA and the FBI. She would be perfect as a double agent. My, oh my, what a time. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Summertime, baby. We are turning up. Go to New York. I don't care what day you go to, whether it's for the parade, whether it's just for a simple Saturday. It's going to be partying all 3 months. Maybe actually until the end of the year, creeping into next year. They are not going to let this go at all. It's real crazy. I love seeing every single day. It's a new video of something getting burnt down, somebody just jumping up on buildings, trucks, school buses. I just need y'all to calm down. And you know, a win is a win. We love a win, but you can't love a win inside of a jail cell. And you can't love a win with a restriction order or the fact that you broke a leg. You know, maybe y'all are gonna start licking poles in like the windows or something. I know that sounds crazy, but never say never. Hey, the other thing that I want to talk about is the fact that, again, I'm gonna have to call the authorities, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I think we really have to we gotta call in the big dogs. I don't even know who the big dogs is. Dr. Umar? I know, right? He needs to hop on this, because what is this? Yeah, I've been seeing dipping of fruit and other things, chitlins, the strings of God knows what, and y'all are saturating it in Kool-Aid and being proud to eat it? Huh? Y'all are the ones that Harriet would have left behind. Happy early Juneteenth also. Huh? But not to y'all. Y'all are excluded. No. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the air, what's in the food. I don't know who keeps coming up with these ideas. Are they whispering it in your ears? Is it happening? Is it the phones? Is it the 5G? But all of it gotta stop, bro. I swear y'all are not doing this for real. Like, I have to believe it's to create content, because if you are real live out here doing this, ingesting it into your body, yo, like, you're not real, bro. You're like Winter Soldier. Like, you just came out of nowhere. And here you are just contaminating the community. Chitlins in Kool-Aid. Pineapple in the Kool-Aid. Saturate. It's a different color. Huh? And then these crumble sodas. Crumble loaded soda. 860 calories. In a cup that you're drinking. For what? Y'all think y'all are gonna die in the next 5 years. I'm sorry. You're not living after this. You're not. And for what? Clicks and likes? It can't be that deep. All of it needs to be canceled. Maybe the summer got to be canceled. Maybe it's time for y'all to stay inside. I don't know. But be careful, be safe, right? If you see anybody real live do this, I want you to smack the camera. Just yoink, because I don't want it anymore. No. Maybe I would try the pineapple one, actually. Pineapple with like a dust of Kool-Aid. No? Does that make me? Okay. Makes me a traitor. My bad. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.